Welcome back, Lake Central, to our very home field in St. John, Indiana. I am Evan Capozzi,
And I'm Simon Culp.
and we are going to watch the Lake Central Indians take on the Munster Mustangs in Lake Central football's senior night. Munster won the toss and deferred, so Lake Central will be receiving the opening kickoff.
And Evan, what do you think the Lake Central Indians are going to have to do to beat this fierce Munster team this year?
I think they got to get their young quarterback, the junior Luke Knighty, real comfortable early. Take some deep shots with their fast wide receivers on the outside, and then pounding ground from there on. So,
Absolutely. And it looks like there's the kickoff.
and it is going to be returned on the right side, a couple blocks. Breaks a tackle, taken down at about the 22-yard line, where LC's offense will open up their season.
And we've already heard a lot about this young quarterback here. What do you think Lake Central is going to be like if we really do get him firing early in the game?
If we can get him going and our defense can make some stops on the other side of the ball, you go to the run game. We got a couple big running backs back there. You get a lead early and you hold it. And that's what you got to hope for LC.
Absolutely.
LC did change up their offense a bit. They're going to run an offense with a couple wings. They took out their slot receivers. So we're going to see how that can work out for them here. Number 40, Ben Baxter in motion. The handoff here to number 38, Max Kriesbaum, a junior. Nice run up the middle near the sticks. He'll get about 9.
And you love to see Lake Central getting the run game going early. And you love to see how Max Kriesbaum could just find that little gap and he could just get right through it for 10 yards.
Exactly. He looks good there, coming off a torn ACL. He looks healthy. He looks good. That's going to be big for him. They got they have a bunch of seniors in the offensive line, but some position changes. We're going to see how that holds up for them today. Backstill in motion. They're going to give it to him. Oh, nice play. Number 54 for Munster. Zach Lenenberg, a junior, makes a nice tackle there. No gain. Be a second down and 10. As Lake Central sends in the play to their young quarterback. Again, lining up with those two wings there. The lone receiver on the strong side, Diego Garcia Jr., and there's a flag. Let's see what the call is here. An encroachment call. It'll be a second down and 5 after the encroachment. Same formation for Lake Central. Knighty gets a snap. He's going to look to throw a little hitch pattern to junior Diego Garcia. Evades a tackler, stays on his feet to about the 45, 46-yard line. It's a first down. Munster likes to have their cornerbacks sag off about 6-7 yards. That hitch pattern should work all day for Lake Central.
Good for an LC first down. First and 10 Indians on their own 46-yard line.
Two wings is Knighty. Takes the snap. Hands off to Kriesbaum. Nice play by 56 for Munster. Eric Salazar.
And this Munster defense is looking very solid against our run game, other than that opening play there.
They look aggressive, that's for sure. Linebackers attacking from the middle level. Garcia splits off towards the LC sideline. Knighty to throw another hitch route. It's Garcia, and he takes a defender with him. Look at that run. Across the 35-yard line, a big play, Diego Garcia.
And just look at that power from Diego Garcia. Just two guys on him, but that doesn't stop him. He just keeps going.
And that's where I think he grew in the offseason. Last year, he was not as strong as he looks now. He looks like he made real strides there in the weight room. That's a big, big play there.
Absolutely. And a great momentum booster for Lake Central after they got stopped up in that first run play there.
Yes, very, very nice opening drive here, looking to continue it on the 34-yard line. 90 takes a snap, hands off, Kreisbaum right up the gut. Gets about 2 yards. Be second down and 8. LC taking their opening drive of the season into Munster territory.
And you can hear the roar of the Lake Central fans here with the Let's Go LC chant. And you really love to hear it at home.
Oh, exactly. You know, even being 6 feet apart, taking the necessary precautions, they're still roaring to go here. That's what you love to hear if you're a player on the sidelines or on the field.
Absolutely.
Baxo in motion. 90 gives to Baxo. He finds a hole. Flag is down. He'll get near the 24, 25-yard line. See what the penalty is here. Ref's talking it out. Looking like it might be against Lake Central. We'll see. A false start. A little confusion here. Yeah, they're going to say it's a false start on the offense. Unusual that they call it after the play. You usually see those penalties called pre-snap. Oh. There you go, illegal formation.
And that's going to be a tough penalty for Lake Central after they've had such a great opening drive here. It's really just going to put a stop to their momentum, but we'll see what they can do on this second down here.
Yeah, a couple young players coming in the game. Ace Henry, a sophomore, along with Keon Harris, a junior, and Michael Davis, a junior, coming in, looking to provide a spark here on the outside. In motion goes Keon Harris, and he's dragged down, a loss of yards. A couple rough back-to-back plays, a penalty and a loss of yards there. Going to be a 3rd and 14. As number 12, Tony Bartolomeo, a sophomore, checks in the game, and in the spot of Keon Harris. You got to think this is a passing down here, 3rd and 15, right?
Absolutely. And I think that Munster is really going to be looking for the pass, but it might be a good time for Lake Central to switch it up and maybe looks.
You call a timeout for Munster.
Absolutely. And I think that's a great call from the Munster coaching staff there. Take a second, group up with your team, talk about how you want to attack this play here, because Lake Central really could go for a sneaky run play here and get the yards they need for the first down.
Right, a draw here might do some damage. Munster's going to take a timeout and try to stall this opening drive for the Indians. They did. LC's offense looked good. They kept going in the drive. A penalty, a run play that got stuffed, and here we are, 3rd down and 15 on the Munster 39-yard line.
And it's great to see that this Lake Central offense is starting off strong this year, because I know that there were a lot of concerns about whether or not they would be able to get it done once they got on the field, but it looks like they're taking care of business and just getting the yards they need.
You just got to stick to what they know, what they practice, put it on that field. They came prepared.
Absolutely.
Watched a lot of film. I know that. They're ready. 3rd and 15. Derek Baldwin, the kicker. If they can get some positive yards here, we're ready to go if they need to attempt a field goal. Michael Davis down in the slot. Keon Harris on the opposite side as well. 90 to throw, a hitch pattern. Caught. Oh, a spin move. Look at that play. 1st down and more. Pushed out of bounds near the 15-yard line. What a play, Ace Henry, the sophomore. Like I said, those hitch patterns, these Munster defensive backs sag off.
Absolutely. And you love to see the play from Henry there. He read the defenders, did a spin move, got out of the way of them, and got the 1st down.
That's why they like this kid so much. He's quick, he's elusive. Once he gets the ball in open space, you got to watch out. So a new set of downs, 1st down and 10 on the 18-yard line. They're going to send Harris in motion, hand it off, right up the gut. Kreisbaum breaks a tackle to the 6-yard line. And just like that, LC is going to be within real striking distance here.
First down. First and goal, Indians from the Munster 6-yard line.
Again, I would expect if they get to a passing down here, watch the hitch patterns. Especially if those Munster defensive backs, as it looks like, are sagging off. Garcia ISO toward the LC sideline. 90 hands off. Kreisbaum gets nothing.
It is nice to see Lake Central go for a safe play there. You don't want to go for anything too risky on that first and goal.
Exactly. And you do got a young quarterback. You got to remember that. You don't want to throw him into the fire. You know, like I said pregame, you want to get him throwing some balls, but you don't got to be throwing every down. You got a nice running game. And see what they do here. 2nd down and goal from the 6. Keon Harris in motion. 90 rolls out. Throws to Harris, and it is a touchdown. Lake Central on the board first. 6-0.
And wow, I mean, just what a perfect opening drive for Lake Central there. They had a couple, setbacks, but they easily overcame them with their stellar offense this year, and it looks like it's going to be a good year for Lake Central.
Oh, that was a great drive. His kicker Derek Baldwin, a senior, will come out to attempt the extra point. 90 looks good on that drive, I'll tell you that.
Definitely.
Like I said, you get him throwing, you get a lead. You're all set from there. Baldwin's kick, a flag. It would have been good. And they're going to replay the kick after encroachment. So it'll push LC closer to the goalpost. A little surprised they didn't just decline the penalty there and take the extra point, but
Maybe a little bit of intimidation here from LC, just showing them who's boss.
that could be. There we go. The snap and another flag. Baldwin would have knocked it through again. Let's see what this one is. The 3rd encroachment penalty on Munster in this first quarter, in this first drive.
Very interesting from Munster here.
Not what I would have expected on the game's first extra point attempt.
Definitely not.
All right, no penalty this time as Baldwin kicks it through, and it is 7-0 Indians as their highly anticipated defense will get ready to take the field. And I'm excited to watch this defense, I'll tell you that.
I would very much agree. We've heard so much from the team about how this defense has improved on the offseason, and I'm just excited to really see it get into action right here.
Right, middle linebacker Sam Long coming back from injury. He's their key guy. He's their captain on the defense. Him, cornerback Jalen Wigley, and Armand Irving, who we haven't seen a ton of yet, but, man, is he good.
Absolutely. From what we saw of Armand last year, he was just unstoppable. Just no one could get past him out there.
Exactly, just overpowered people. So let's see if he can continue his success that he had last year this year as LC gets ready to kick this ball away. What a beautiful night for football, though, I'll tell you that.
Yes, indeed. A nice, clean 79 degrees out here right now.
Beautiful. Just the start LC was looking for. as Bolden will get ready to kick it away.
Here comes the kick.
Pretty good kick towards the end zone, and they're going to let it go for a touchback. So Munster will get the ball on the 20-yard line and try to match Lake Central. I'm pretty interested to see this Munster offense, though. I have not heard a lot about them yet this year.
Yeah, in fact, I actually have not heard anything about this Munster offense yet, so it'll be definitely a wild card seeing what they do.
Right, exactly.
Especially because they're in a somewhat of a pinch right now with Lake Central just easily getting that first touchdown.
Yep. Vince Forster, the senior, number 5, will be at quarterback here. He'll hand the ball off. The first play. Nowhere. As a great stop from the LCD line. Brandon Oses, the senior, for a loss of 2. He's another player that I think has really grown throughout these years here. I think he could have a pretty nice season for them this year.
I'm definitely excited to see where the season will go with him.
As Munster prepares for a 2nd down and 12. Number 7, Cameron Perry in motion, going to that slot. They're going to bring him back again. It's going to be a keep by Forster, who is taken down. That is Sam Long. And this is not the start that Munster was looking for. Huge play on the defensive side of the ball.
And there's still about 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go, so Lake Central could potentially get this ball back and send it through for another touchdown.
Of course. 3rd and 18 from the 12-yard line. I'll tell you what, those defensive backs are thinking turnover here. Interception. They're going to be throwing the football, I believe. And they do. Forster drops back, rolls out, a flag, plays dead. Armand Irving was ready to get that sack there. As we'll get the penalty call here.
And it's a false start on the offense. Not what you want to see if you're a Munster fan right now.
Definitely not, especially after those first 2 plays. 3rd down now and 23. Defensive backs, Jalen Wigley, Parker Welty. They're thinking, the 2 seniors back there are thinking interception right now. Jeff Raines also on the field along with Antonio Barnes, the sophomore. As we'll see the 3rd down and 23. Play call from Munster here in just a second. Forster brings it to his team. You're going to line up slot receiver Cameron Perry along with outside receiver Noah Hensley as Forster rolls, throws, knocked away. 52. Carter Schuster with the pass deflection there, and it is a 4th down.
And you really love to see the clean defense all around from Lake Central there. The D-line getting 2 great stops in the beginning for the first 2 plays, the false start, and then the 3rd play being just a clean swat down.
Beautiful job by LC's defense to start this one. As a punt attempt here. Not where you want to be if you're a punter in your own end zone. Snap is low. He's going to kick it away, get it off cleanly. It's going to spin and take a Munster bounce to the 44-yard line. So that's where LC will start their 2nd drive with 4:43 remaining in this first quarter. See if they can replicate that success that they had on the first drive.
Definitely. And if you're Munster right now, what are you thinking going into this drive here for Lake Central?
Honestly, you just got to be thinking limit yards. You got to be thinking, corners got to tackle the receivers on those hitch routes, which was a big issue. That's where LC got a lot of their extra yards there on that first drive. Missed tackles and strength from wide receivers, pulling the defensive backs. Back so in motion. 90 hands off to Kreisbaum. Good run up the middle. Brings a few tackles with him. Gets to the 36-yard line.
And it just looks like Kreisbaum cannot be stopped out there by the Munster defense until they have at least 3 guys on him.
Yeah, that offensive line is getting a good push, and Kreisbaum's doing the rest. And that's how it's going to be all day. If the LC gets a big lead, it's going to be pound the run.
Yep.
And I don't blame them. They got a big running back there. Might as well give him the football.
Absolutely.
Diego Garcia, the lone receiver. Back so in motion. They give to him on the jet sweep. Back so. Have a first down.
Number 40,
Ben Baxo, a senior. On the 32-yard line is where LC will start their new set of downs.
Gain of 4 yards on the play, enough for an LC first down.
As Baxo comes out of the game. Taking a look at him for something. Number 13, Keon Harris, in his spot at that wing position there.
From the Munster 32-yard line.
And you got to think, if LC keeps doing what they're doing on offense, this Munster defense is going to get real tired real quick. So, LC keeps pounding that football on the ground, man. It's going to be a tough night for them.
Absolutely, because it's only the first quarter, and you can already see the wear and tear on this Munster defense.
Right. 90's throw is incomplete, looking for Diego Garcia.
90's pass intended for a
Little traffic jam there as the ball goes incomplete. Number 1, Ace Henry, checks back in the game. Henry at the bottom spot in the offense. Diego Garcia towards the top. 90's going to roll out. Kreisbaum missed the block, looking for Garcia, and there's going to be a flag. That's going to be pass interference on Munster.
number 3, moving 90's pass incomplete, intended for 13.
And I'm not going to lie, Diego Garcia did a good job getting his hands up there, selling that play. He knew he wasn't going to have a catch, but he knew he could draw that flag. Good job by him there. As we get the call to see who the flag is going to be on. Oh. Wow, okay. So they go the offensive pass interference route here. It looks to me like it was defensive pass interference, but LC's going to have to live with that. It'll be 2nd down and 25.
Definitely not what you want to see, but it's definitely a situation that I think this Lake Central offense can break through once more.
Right, we've seen it once today. They came out from a big 3rd down. It's 2nd down and 25. Get a good chunk of yards here. They'll be all right. 90 takes the snap. Drops straight back. He's going to look for number 12, Tony Bartolomeo, the sophomore. Big play down the middle of the field to the 15-yard line, straight up that right hash. And just like you said, they broke right through that penalty there. Great job.
And Munster just cannot stop these passing lanes right now. They're just getting the passes perfectly through, and the receivers are doing a wonderful job right now of breaking those defenders and getting the extra yards that they need.
Exactly. That's a great play there. Looked like a little streak route up the middle from that wing spot. So LC's in business in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 15. In motion is Tony Bartolomeo, who give to Kreisbaum here. And he'll get about 4 or 5 yards. And they want to get him going quick here.
Number 17, Al Castillo made first contact for Munster.
Munster defense, it's been a rough start for their secondary for sure, and that's what I thought would happen. So I'm glad that LC's taking advantage of that. looking for the weaknesses.
Absolutely. And I think that also comes down to wonderful play calling from the Lake Central coaches here. Every play has just been perfect against this Munster defense.
Of course, yeah, they've done a really good job here. Let's see, 2nd and 5, 90 to throw. Garcia, in and out, incomplete. Had he held on, he may have had a touchdown, but that's a tough catch to make, and it'll be a 3rd and 5.
Number 7, Cameron Perry is in coverage for Munster.
Keon Harris checks in for Tony Bartolomeo. As the LC Indians are up 7-0 in this first quarter, threatening, looking to go up by 2 scores here. And Knighty will take the snap. Looks a little screen there to Ace Henry, and he is not going to go anywhere.
Knighty's pass is complete to Asen Henry.
He'll lose. No, he won't. He'll go no gain. And that'll be a 4th and 5. And let's see what else he wants to do here. The offense looks like he's staying on the field. And they are.
And I think that's the right call for Lake Central here. I mean, they're up 7. There's a minute 50 left in the quarter. I mean, what do you have to lose here?
A young team looking to get a little gutsy. Let's see what they can do here on 4th down. Knighty to throw. Incomplete. Garcia looking for a flag, and he won't get one. So a turnover on downs for the Indians offense.
Receiver number 11, Diego Garcia.
Well, the red zone offense is going to be important. That's a tough turn of events there, as they had a real nice drive going.
I was definitely very surprised to see Lake Central go for the pass there and not try and maybe run something up the middle with Creasbaum, but
Right, they've had a lot of success doing that today, so I'm with you on that one. I think that might have been the right call. That could be recency bias, but or hindsight bias, I guess. But either way, Munster's got the ball on their own 10-yard line, 1st down and 10, their 2nd drive of the game.
and we'll see what this Lake Central defense coming out for the 2nd time today can do.
Handoff right up the middle, and I'm sorry, excuse me, I got faked out there. The quarterback kept it. Carter Schuster with a big play. And Munster is in some dangerous territory here as they're all the way back towards their own goal line. I got faked out. They didn't. That's why I'm not playing defense for the football team right now. As we approach a minute remaining in this first quarter. It's Vince Forrester trying to rally his troops here. He's going to get the snap, look to throw, a quick throw. And it's dropped on the outside by number 7, Cameron Perry. Jalen Wigley on the coverage. You can't afford that if you're Munster's offense. A drop like that, this backed up in your own territory.
But you have to admit, what a great throw from Forrester there. I mean, he really pinpointed the pass right to his receiver, but he just couldn't quite get the catch.
He put it on the money. That's all he can do. And it'll be a 3rd and 15 from their own 5-yard line. LC's defense is smelling a safety here. Let's see if the D-line can get to Forrester. And Munster's going to take a timeout. They're going to regroup. And I don't blame them.
Neither do I, but the Lake Central fans love to hear the Munster timeout here.
Oh, yeah, they're real energized right now, and how could you blame? You can't blame them. Your team's up 7-0 playing some good football, so.
And that's what it's really all about here, just watching some good football at the burial grounds.
Of course. Great to be back, too. We didn't know if we were going to have a season, but we're here now, and that's all that matters, so. .55 seconds remaining in the quarter. So Munster will come on out for its 3rd and 15 play. You got to think they're going pass here, right?
I would definitely think so, but we have seen a handful of questionable plays from both sides here.
That is true. We'll have to wait and see. Indians hold a 7-0 lead. And you wouldn't even tell that, we're in the situation we are with the pandemic. Everything feels normal to me. So it's a great sight.
The timeout of the 3rd and 15 for Munster.
Here we go for the Munster Mustangs. 3rd and 15. Forrester takes a snap. Back to throw. Oh, he gets batted down. What a play. Number 41, Tyler Wellman. Looks for a second there like Brandon Ozis might get to Forrester. He escapes, but it was batted down nonetheless. 4th and 15, and again, the Munster punter is put in a situation he is not fond of.
And there's really not much that the Munster punter can do about that. He's just got to trust his offense to get those yards. But the Lake Central defense has been holding up so well against this Mustang team.
Here's the snap, a good snap. Kicks away. It is going to be returned. Number 33, Antonio Barnes. He's going to be brought down. Looks like about the 22-yard line. A solid return there. And just like that, Indians offense are back in business again. Looking to see if they can get a quick score here. Already almost starting in the red zone.
And you would really love to see Lake Central get a touchdown here. The momentum that would take them into the second quarter would just be so huge that I think it might start, really pushing the boundaries of putting Munster to bed here.
Yeah, that would be huge. Ahmad Abdullah will check in the game at running back as Kreisbaum gets a breather on the outside. As Knighty gets a snap. Hands off, Abdullah. Breaks it outside. Good block, Garcia. Abdullah. Oh, he's just taken down at the 3-yard line. What a run by Ahmad Abdullah, his first carry of the season.
And I mean, just every run that Lake Central has had today has just been very nice. I mean, the blocks are perfect, and the running backs can just get right through those holes.
A real great block there on the outside by number 11, Diego Garcia. As Abdullah made the cut, broke it outside, and it's a 1st down and goal from the 2-yard line. I would not be surprised here if they just gave it to Abdullah, stuck him right up the middle looking for a touchdown. He earned it after that first run. Let's see what they do. And they do that exact thing, and they're going to say he's brought down. One official says touchdown. One official said he's down at the half-yard line. Let's see what they say here. And touchdown Indians. Ahmad Abdullah's first touchdown of the season, well deserved. As he does all the work on that drive, that's all they needed.
And with 25 seconds to spare in the first quarter, we've got the Lake Central Indians up 13-0, looking to make it 14.
Let's hope that Derek Bolton gets a little bit of an easier go here on the extra point. Going to make it 14-0. The snap, good hold, the kick is up, and it is 14-0 Indians. What a first quarter. As Ahmad Abdullah does all the work the Indians need on that last drive, and the defense can get ready to come out and do their thing.
And you really got to give it to Baldwin as well there. What has he made? Technically, what, 4
Technically
now?
four extra points now. He looks money right now, so.
Very nice work from the Lake Central offense all around.
Yes, they did a great job there. As the kickoff team looks to do their part in this one. Going to kick away the Mustangs. Number 7, Cameron Perry. Back to receive. And Munster, you got yourself in a hole here. You got to try and find a way to claw back somehow.
Absolutely. If Lake Central gets one more touchdown without Munster scoring, it could be very dire straits for these Mustangs.
Especially with how this LC defense is playing. They're playing at the top of their games right now. They came out ready to play, and Munster hasn't been able to move the ball at all. In fact, I think they only have one play that has been positive yards right now. So they really got to get some. They got to figure something out on offense to try and get themselves back into this one.
Well, we'll see what they can do here with 25 seconds left in the first.
Baldwin ready to kick it away. And he will kick it, and they're going to let this one go. Second touchback of the day for Derek Baldwin. So Munster will start their third drive on the 20-yard line as Sam Long and the LC defense trot on out to the field. And I'll tell you what, the LC linebacker core, I think it's going to be their key component of their defense. Sam Long, Tyler Wellman, Carter Schuster, all those guys, if they're playing real good football and staying healthy, this defense could be, legit. They could be a real good defense.
Definitely. And just the pressure that they put on, and even I feel like going into the game, mentally you have to prepare for that as an enemy of Lake Central.
Oh, of course. You really got to account for the front seven or so on the LC defense because, they can do some damage. As Forrester will get ready to take the snap, he does. He drops the throw. Quick throw. A little corner route. It's caught.
Looks like there's a flag on the play.
Number 18, Noah Poole, does make the catch, but there is a flag. Let's see what the call is. It looked like it got thrown pretty early in the play. Referee touching the top of his head, indicating it's going to be on Munster. We'll get the call. And that's a tough penalty. These penalties, illegal formation, illegal man downfield, those ones are the ones that real hurt especially when you're gaining yards like they did on that play.
Definitely. And like you said, it looked like they were going to get a nice amount of yardage there on that play, but just difficult times right now.
A first down and 15 on their own 15. As Munster looks to do something to get a spark here. The left-handed quarterback, Vince Forster. He's going to take the snap, play action. Pressure, looking to throw. Caught. And he's going to go downfield now. Oh, the ball is out. That's a fumble that's forced. And LC is on it, and look at that play.
Wow. Unbelievable from the Lake Central defense. They are just hammering this Munster offense here. It looked like Munster was finally going to get a good run, and Lake Central defense just puts a stop to that immediately.
Huge, huge play. Tyler Wellman, I believe, is the one to force the fumble there. He's had himself a real nice night so far. That's a huge play. LC's defense gets their first takeaway of the year.
Lake Central takes over 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, that's a real nice play because, that wide receiver, number 18, Noah Poole, he had a lot of room in front of him.
Definitely.
90 will come out, 4 receivers set. Kreisbaum the back behind him. What looks to be might be the final play of the first quarter. 90 throws. It is caught. That's number 13, Keon Harris. And again, the wide receivers on LC are finding the holes in the offense. Or in the defense, excuse me.
And, it's just wonderful to see that 90 is not afraid to fire it downfield. Because I think one problem we had a lot last year was we were a bit timid when it came to the offense. But this year it looks like we're coming out and we're just doing what we can, and it's working.
Exactly. I think you're 100% right there. That's what I was looking for from the young quarterback, 90. I think that he needed to go out there and, make some confidence throws, get his confidence up. That one right there, perfect example. That's a great throw. And that'll be it for the first quarter. Indians up 14-0. A quick start, and they're threatening again. As the Mustangs did not expect this, but I'm sure LC did.
Absolutely. So, what does it look like the Munster Mustangs are going to have to do in this second quarter here? Or do you think that they can really do anything against this strong Lake Central team?
Right now, it is tough to stop this LC offense. And this is what I was looking for going into the game. Like I said, once LC gets going, they get 90 some confidence throws. If they can get on the scoreboard and get up by 2 scores or so, they're going to start pounding the ball on the ground, and that defense is going to do its job back there like we just saw. So I think great coaching too by the Indians in this first quarter. Gotta give them credit. They've done a great job getting the players ready mentally, physically for this. They look good.
Definitely. And, I mean, overall, you just love to see good football from the Lake Central Indians here.
So LC, as they flip the field, they'll start on the 33-yard line. It's a first down and 10. Already back in Munster territory.
In the second quarter, only first and 10 Lake Central on the Munster 33-yard line.
As 90, he's got a 4-receiver set, same set as the last play. Creasbaum right behind him. 90, quick throw, a screen pattern, Garcia. He has a near the first down marker. Nice play by Diego Garcia. He looks quick. Number 22, Michael Davis out there to provide a block for him. LC 4 yards away from being in the red zone again early on here in the second quarter. Nighty hands it off. Creasbaum, good blocks right up the gut. Great push from that offensive line that time. It's a first down into the red zone. And what are you seeing here from this offense that you like so far?
So far, I mean, I thought that we were going to have to come out strong with just the run game, but the passing game has been amazing. And, I mean, just these receivers are just finding these gaps that they need to get the big yardage.
Exactly. Some young receivers, but they're explosive, man. Another screen pattern to Garcia. Same play as 2 plays ago. He'll evade one tackler, stumble forward for a couple, about 3 or so. He's been the go-to guy, it seems, so far for 90.
Definitely. And I would say it's definitely because he's just very consistent. You know, you just hand the ball to him, and he finds out where to go with it.
He is good in space. That's for sure. 4 receiver set again. LC's been pretty consistent with that this drive. They're going to give. And good play by Munster there. As they knock down Creasbaum right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by 26, Blake Zurich. And 75, Austin Talbot.
As Creasbaum has had success, a lot of success early on here. That's a play, though, that Munster needed, I think.
Definitely. But Munster is going to need a little bit more to stop this Lake Central offense on this drive.
Let's see if they can get a stop here. 3rd and 7. 90. Looking, and he's got it. Oh, he missed him. He had a man. He had Michael Davis. It was it looked like a screen route, and then Davis split out for a streak pattern there. A bubble and go almost, except not a bubble screen, but that same concept. As Derek Bolden will come out to attempt his first field goal today. Holder Bobeas.
Bolden on to attempt a 32-yard field goal for Lake Central.
Bolden, 2 for 2 officially in extra points, but unofficially 4 for 4. So let's see if he can knock this one in here. Good hold by Bass. The kick is up, and it is good. 17-0 Indians as they show that their kicker can knock it through. So the Indians' offense continues to dominate, I'd say, so far here.
Absolutely. The Indians' offense definitely did not come to play little kid football.
They were ready to go, and we've been hearing about it all week. They're raving to get out there, and they definitely did not lie about that. They were ready to go for sure. Munster, on the other hand, has not been ready to go, it seems. They've been a little slow off the start, and they find themselves in a 17-0 hole. As Coach Pickett, special teams coordinator for LC, gets his guys ready to kick off. I'm sure Bolton's got a smile on his face tonight. He's having the night of his life right now.
And I think that goes for the whole Lake Central team, really. I mean, everything is just going right for them tonight.
It's been pretty fun to watch so far. That's for sure. As Bolton takes his steps. Cameron Perry back for Munster, ready to return this kick. Baldwin will kick it away. And Perry will return this one. He's going to stay in the end zone. Touchback number 3 for Baldwin as Munster will once again start on their own 20-yard line.
And I mean, Baldwin is really bringing the heat with these kicks so far. Every single one has been a touchback.
He looks real good. He's got a leg on him, that's for sure. He's not getting the defense in any troubles either. The defense gets to go out there, fresh 20-yard line, they're ready to go.
Munster will take over at its own 20-yard line. First and 10 Mustangs.
As we see number 6, Mateo Cortez, back at safety for the first time today. Parker Welty up near the line of scrimmage. Vince Forrester, quarterback from Munster, lefty. That's going to be a flag somewhere. That's on Munster. It's a false start, number 65. Again, these pre-snap penalties are killing the Mustangs right now. I mean, you can't help but think that, this is one of their big reasons for their struggles is all these pre-snap penalties. It seems as if every drive they're starting not 1st and 10, but 1st and 15, 1st and 20. So.
And it's even hard to get past this Lake Central defense when it is just 1st and 10. But
right.
Once you just keep going further and further back, it seems that you're getting to the point of no return here for Munster.
You're just digging yourself in a hole. Oh, that's a lot of pressure to Forrester. Nice throw. Look at that catch by Cameron Perry on the sideline. That's a real nice play. I think that's a really nice upstart play for the Munster offense.
Definitely. That is exactly what you want to see for this Munster offense if you are a Munster fan right now.
And Cameron Perry seems like he's the guy that Munster wants to get the ball to, in this early on of this second quarter. Let's see if they continue to go to him. So it'll be a 2nd down and 3. And that's one thing I'm hoping to see from LC's defense is that I hope their corners and their secondary can hold up. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of run plays early, a lot of linebackers and defensive line making plays. Armand Irving gets back there. Nice run, though, up the middle. That'll be a 1st down. And the Mustangs are moving the ball. As it'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Dominique Cotton makes the play. The junior. Defensive signals coming in. Substitution here for Lake Central as number 60, Seth Garcia, checks in the game. So Forster and Munster going to look to continue pushing the ball downfield. Snap a little low. Forster makes the adjustment, rolls out, and he's going to be knocked down. 44, Sam Long with the initial hit.
99 for Lake Central. Needs to leave the game for 1 play.
And Armand Irving's helmet came off, so he's going to have to sub out for at least 1 play. As we see number 98, Chad Graham, the sophomore, checking the game.
Lost 5 on the play.
It's a big defensive play, a loss of 5. It'll be 2nd and 15. You got to like the tenacity, too, that LC's defense is bringing. They're fired up. You can see it on the field. They're getting hype after every play. And, if you're a defensive coordinator, you got to love that.
Absolutely. And, I mean, that's one of the things that it's all about. It's 50% physical out there, but it's the other 50% is mental. And if you can keep your morale up for your team, you're going to do great things.
For sure. The snap here to Forrester. Big rush. Osis gets to him. Ball's out. Carter Schuster falls on it. And let's see if he held on. And he did. And another takeaway for the Lake Central defense. This defense is really doing a great job here.
Indeed. This Lake Central defense is bringing the heat on every play. And, I mean, as an offense, just what do you do against that? The constant pressure is just, eventually it gets to be too much. And as we've seen, it turns into turnover after turnover.
And you almost felt like that was going to happen when we saw Forrester move up in the pocket. He wasn't holding he was not secure with the football. He had it in his left hand, ready to throw. And LC did a great job of knocking it out and recovering it. As 90, first play of drive, gives to Crease Bomb right up the middle. Good push from the O-line. As he'll take it to the 22-yard line. As we see number 14, Brandon Escobedo checking the game for the first time tonight. The sophomore, big sophomore. And I'm going to look to him here. If they can get near the goal line, be ready for a hitch or a fade from him. 90 might throw it up to him. He's a big target. Not here, though. He's going to hand it off. Crease Bomb puts his head down right up the middle. And that will be enough, I believe, for a first down. It will. They move the chains. First and 10 on the 17-yard line. LC, once again, is moving the football pretty steadily against this Munster defense. Escobedo lines up down here towards the LC sideline. As 90 will give it to Crease Bomb right up the middle. Third straight run to the 11-yard line. And that's what I think they should be doing. Just, give the ball to their physical running backs and let them drain this clock down, even though we still got 7 minutes left in the second quarter. But you don't need to make any unnecessary throws here, especially with a young quarterback. Munster's defense looking to stall this drive. 2nd and 4. 90 to throw, and he will throw for Escobedo, and it is caught, and it is a LC touchdown. First catch of the season for wide receiver Brandon Escobedo. It's a touchdown, and LC takes a 23-0 lead.
And great job by LC there. I mean, they saw on the last play, even though many people were focused on the run up the middle, you could see Escobedo outran his man and gave him a run for his money. They saw that. They took advantage of it on the next play. Perfect execution for a touchdown for Lake Central.
And when he gets in that end zone or near the goal line, you throw it up to him, it's going to be, I'd say 9 out of 10 times he's going to come down with the football. He's got great hands, a big target. And the LC scores again, and Bolden knocks the extra point through. 24-0. With 6 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here in this first half. I mean, how much, what can Munster really do here to prevent what's happening? I mean,
this is just fantastic, almost flawless offense from Lake Central, and their defense is keeping up in that same regard. So there's just it's a really, really tough game for Munster right now.
And when your defense is getting takeaways and you as an offense are putting that takeaway and getting points, putting in the end zone, kicking field goals, I mean, that just fuels the defense even more to get the ball back for their offense. So that's, they've done a great job. Both sides of the football coaching staff's been perfect so far. Let's see if they can continue this as Derek Bolden gets ready to kick it away. He's got 3 touchbacks today. So touchdowns for the Indians. 3 of them so far, and a field goal have fueled this 24-0 lead. Bolden lines up to kick it away. And the kick is off. And Perry's going to let it go over his head, and that is a touchback, number 4. As it's been pretty consistent here. Munster starting on their 20-yard line once again. And that linebacking crew, like I said, they've been real good so far with going for the football. That's how you know that you got great players out there. They don't just go for the tackle; they're going for the ball. They want that ball, and that's what they've been doing so far.
Absolutely, and that's really what it all comes down to, just who wants it more.
Exactly.
And right now, it's looking like Lake Central.
We see number 47, Jack Hickey, a senior, check in the game as a linebacker. The snap here. QB will take it himself, a nice run. Knocked down by number 41, Tyler Wellman. Vince Forrester takes that one for about 8. Munster's been moving the ball. They've been moving the ball okay these last few drives. Better than they had the first couple. Looking to build on that, even though they did turn the ball over last time. We've yet to see much action for the secondary. Jalen Wigley. LC's corner down there. Forrester sends Perry in motion. They're going to give up the middle a run. Knocked down. The first down there. They run by Laz Crenshaw, sophomore. Parker Welty jogging off towards the sidelines here. He'll get the call from the defensive, the cornerbacks coach. Forster again in that shotgun with the running back behind him. Munster running a similar offense. Got a wing out there, a couple of them. And ball's out, and that's recovered by LC. That's just a rough transition there. As number 62, Brandon Ozist has it, and LC once again is going to take over in Munster territory thanks to the defense.
And I mean, wow, this Munster team has to be not at all happy with their offense right now, as it's just been, slip up after slip up, with Lake Central just taking advantage of that and picking up the ball.
And that was just a straight QB to running back, and they just could not get it cleanly. The ball went on the ground, and LC seems to have that knack for the football, and they jump on it. So the offense comes out. Ahmad Abdullah back on the field again. Ace Henry, Michael Davis towards the bottom of the field here. As 90, quick throw. Tony Bartolomeo out that wing, a screen. Good block there by Ace Henry. A flag is down, and he's got a nice gain there. Tony Bartolomeo does. Inside the 20. There is a flag. Let's see what they're going to call here. And it's going to be on Munster, it looks like. Let's see. We still await officials. Talking it over with the head coach of the Indians, Tony Bartolomeo Sr. Here's the call.
Illegal participation. Defense.
Illegal participation. Is that what that was a call, correct? Little muffled voice there. But nonetheless, decline penalty, the play stands. So LC to the 17 inside the red zone once again. Dan Garcia lines up towards the top of the field, one-on-one coverage there against number 7, Cameron Perry. We see playing both sides now. Abdullah takes the carry. He's brought down, no gain. Number 28 for Munster, Clayton Sinwelski with a nice play there as Kreisbaum checks back in.
No gain on the play. Brings it second and 10 for Central.
Second down and 10. LC looking to extend its already massive lead here. A 3-receiver set here towards the bottom of the field with Bartolomeo, Ace Henry, and Michael Davis. Here's a hitch route to Garcia. And he stays on his feet. Nice play. Garcia does not go down easily as he gets near the sticks there.
And you can tell that just Garcia wants to get every single yard that he can, just putting in the extra effort to reach for those extra few yards, and that's what's been putting LC in the end zone.
He really does. That's a great observation because he's not going down. Like, he's trying to get every yard he can. And that you love to see that as a wide receivers coach or a head coach, offensive coordinator, any of that kind of stuff. When you see your receivers doing that, you know that, they're hungry. They want it,
Definitely.
LC takes a timeout. It's first of the half. 4 minutes remaining. Indians threatening again on the 8-yard line, but it will be a third down. And this would be a huge stop for Munster here if they could get it. Maybe hold LC to a field goal. They want to hold LC to any, the least amount of points they can right now. They got a huge lead to try and come back from. So. As both teams come back on the field. Diego Garcia, one-on-one coverage. Ben Baxo in there at the wing position. 90 will hand off. Crease bomb up the middle. And he pushes forward to the 4-yard line. And he's consistently taken Munster about 3, 4, 5 defenders to take down Crease bomb.
Just an absolutely wonderful run game for Lake Central. Just, consistently throughout this entire game, ever since the first minute, essentially. We've seen LC running it just flawlessly up the field.
Offensive line is doing a spectacular job of getting, a good push on every run play. That's why Crease Bomb's getting at the middle and taking it to the second level. 90 will send Baxo in motion. He's going to roll out. He's going to look to throw for Ben Baxo. He reaches. Touchdown, Indians. Ben Baxo, the senior, gets a touchdown. His first catch of the year. And LC now has a 30-0 lead in the first half. And that rollout, that rollout play by Luke 90 right there, that when you're inside the 5-yard line, that's a beautiful play call. Beautiful play call.
Definitely. Beautiful play call. Wonderful execution out on the field. Just great football from Lake Central.
Baldwin to look to make it 31-0. His kick is up, and it is good. That is 4 extra points and a field goal tonight for Derek Baldwin as LC is simply dominating. And what have you seen that really stands out to you about this whole LC team today so far in this first half?
Honestly, I really did have my doubts going into it. I was somewhat worried. I knew the defense would be solid. I was a little worried about the offense, how they'd perform once they were on the field. But the second they hit the field, they hit the ground running. Every play has just been constant yards, constant gains. There's only been a handful of plays that have been losses for LC. And even when they did get a loss, they brought it back with another, big yardage play. And that just goes for, the coaches, for the play calls, and the players. Just, you can see them playing their hearts out there. And, we can tell from up here.
And that's one thing I think that's real big for LC. We've seen them earlier in the game get in situations 3rd and 15, 2nd and 25, and they've consistently they've broken out of it. They've done a great job of gaining yards when they need yards. So you really got to be happy for them. And I agree with you. I think that I was a little skeptical coming into the game, seeing how to watch the offense perform. A young quarterback, a young offense, but they've really done a great job here. As Baldwin kicks it away. And this one is caught in the end zone, so another touchback. Cameron Perry tried to keep his feet out, was not able to, though, and Munster will start on the 20-yard line. And one thing is, I think we've yet to see Armand Irving really make an impact here, and as Munster continues to trail by such a big score, their really only hope right now is to pass and try and get back into it, I think. So I think that he's going to play a real big role here throughout the rest of this first half and the second half if he can get some real good pressure up here.
Definitely. And as the Munster quarterback, you definitely do not want to see Armand Irving coming straight at you through your offensive line.
100% not. Here's a snap by Forrest. He'll give up the middle, and LC is all over it. No gain there. As their front seven for Lake Central keeps on getting it done. Secondary, Jalen Wigley, Mateo Cortez, Parker Welty, Bo Bass had a relatively easy night tonight.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Munster.
2nd and 10. Getting close to 3 minutes left here in this first half. Munster If they want to stay in this game, they got to get a score here real quick. Handoff up the middle. Laz Crenshaw
36, Lance Crenshaw,
will take it. Get about 6 yards.
by Lake Central scoring 91.
And it'll be a 3rd and 4.
To 99,
Armand Irving gets his name called for the first time tonight. Makes the tackle there. And a 3rd and 4. LC's defense getting ready to make a stop if they can get some pressure here. So Munster's going to split a wide receiver down towards the bottom. That's Noah Poole. As Forster getting ready to take the snap, and they're going to call a timeout. Munster's final timeout of the half.
That's their 3rd and final timeout of the first half.
As we approach 2 minutes to go, and this has been a spectacular first half for the Indians.
And a very smart call by the Munster coaches here, I think, because they know that they really need to put the pressure on with the offense here. They've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the half. They need to get it all the way downfield and get a touchdown, or else it's going to be really crushing for Munster coming out in the second half with 31-0, no points on the board for them.
And you got to think it may be a little bit, and they may regret taking those 2 timeouts earlier, as you got none left in this. You got about 65 yards to go here to get in the end zone. So not a ton of time, but we've seen Munster move the ball a little bit today. Let's see if they can do it again. Forrester takes the snap, rolls out to his right, throws incomplete.
And you could see that pass was definitely very forced because the defensive line from Lake Central they all pushed through, and there's just nothing you can do about that, really.
And it looks like Munster had changed quarterbacks. I'm sorry, I was wondering, he threw with his right hand. I'm like, Forster throws with his left. That is Noah Hensley in the game at quarterback for Munster. See if they can get a change and get something going here.
Definitely a good call to try and get a change of pace here for Munster.
As they punt it away. And it takes a Munster bounce. It's going to be picked up. Number 33, a flag down. Munster's all over it there. Returned by Antonio Barnes. 54-yard kick there from Munster's punter. Definitely his best kick of the night. And it's already a 31-0 lead. If we're looking at it this way, if LC gets another touchdown before the end of the half, I mean, it's going to be time for Munster to really, really change some things up if they have not already.
I would definitely agree with that because we're starting to see a couple changes from Munster, but it might be just too little too late,
Illegal block in the back. Return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First half.
So LC gets hit with an illegal block in the back, a 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. So that'll push him back to, looks like the 11-yard line. First real miscue on special teams we've seen today from Lake Central.
Lake Central will take over its own 10-yard line. 1st and 10 Indians.
Now he's going to jog out. We see number 86, Logan Kwiatkowski, out there at tight end. And number 20, Ricky Guerrero, who will look to man the wing spot. As Kreisbaum, the back. Dave Garcia, the lone receiver at the top. 90, gives. Kreisbaum with a little stiff arm there. Cuts back. Nice run. Still on his feet. Dragged down about the 21-yard line. That little cutback right there, that's what really got him those extra yards.
Absolutely. Wonderful moves on the run play there from Kreisbaum.
Gain of 11 yards on the play, and enough for an LC first
So
down.
Lake Central gets a first down as the clock continues to tick to about a minute and a half to go here in the first half. As Garcia is going to scramble to get to the top here. 90 ready. Garcia gets set. The snap, they'll hand. Kreisbaum slips off one man. Still going. Still on his feet. He's not going down. Gets to the 31-yard line. And that's going to move the chains.
And it seems like Lake Central is really not worried about getting a touchdown here, as they're just throwing in a couple run plays, running down the clock, and just trying to end this half 31-0 here.
And honestly, I think that's a smart move. I think you don't want to throw your quarterback in a position where he's got to force a throw. You're up 31-0. Get your running back some reps. Get your guys moving downfield. Go into the locker room with a big lead.
Definitely, and we'll see what the Lake Central offense does here.
40 seconds and counting. Back so in motion. He'll take the carry. Munster's all over that one. He goes nowhere. Back so at the touchdown earlier. As LC may just let this clock run down here. And they will. So that is going to be the end of the first half.
An absolutely wonderful first half for LC. 31-0. You got to feel good going into the locker room, and we will be right back after halftime.
All right, welcome back. The start of the second half here. Lake Central Indians lead the Munster Mustangs 31-0. Any key takeaways for you from that first half? I mean, obviously there's an exceptional half from the Indians here, but what's really stood out to you?
I would say what's standing out the most is just the Lake Central offense has really been just pounding the pavement on every play, getting the extra yardage, as you've seen, really just reaching for those extra yards to just, get those touchdowns.
Yep, I agree. They're doing a great job of racking up the yards after the catch, too. The wide receivers are doing a good job of fighting for yards. What's standing out to me, though, is the defense. I think the defense has been real good. Obviously, we lost some guys in the linebacking core last year, Zach Rangel, Zach Gribb, Marco Chiapponi. Sam Long was hurt last year, but, these young kids, Wellman and Schuster and Sam Long came back healthy. They look terrific up there. So they're going to look to keep that up. Got a pretty safe lead so far, but, you really never know.
That is true. Munster could come out with a really strong run. We'll see what happens.
As Munster is going to receive, they deferred the opening coin toss, so they'll get the ball first. And Derek Baldwin has been automatic with touchbacks today, so we'll see if he can do it again here to start the second half. Also, I think the officials have been really good today too as well. I think they haven't missed many calls. I think that they've been pretty spot on with their calls. So you got to get props to them. They're doing their job out there. So
Definitely.
as Bolden gets the tee ready to kick it away. 12 minutes on the clock for this third quarter. LC's feeling pretty comfortable here. But we'll see if Munster can get on the board.
You would definitely love to see at least a couple points on the board for Munster, just not to go home with nothing.
Right. As Baldwin gets set to kick it away, we start the second half. Kick is up. Poole and Perry back, let it roll in the end zone. It's a touchback. So here comes the defense for Lake Central that has been absolutely terrific. 3 takeaways in that first half, and Munster really struggled to move the ball against them.
Definitely. It looked like Munster was trying to pick up on the passing game towards the end of that second quarter there, and it looked like it might work for a second, but the Lake Central defense stood strong, and Munster still with 0 on the board.
And they made a quarterback change towards the second, to the end of the second quarter, and it looks like they're going to bring out Hensley, the right-hander. Will start the second half for Munster. Let's see if he can get something going. The running back for Munster, number 45, Brendan Bedeselage. Up the gut and gets about a yard. So a good start for that defense. And I mentioned in the first half again, I think that Armand Irby's going to take over in the second half. I'm being honest. I think that I think he's the most dominant on that defensive line right now. And he really hasn't got anything going yet today. But Munster's going to throw the football, and I think he's going to get to the quarterback a couple times.
Definitely. And I think for Munster, it's really scary knowing that Armand Irving hasn't been a presence yet in this game, and they're still just getting stopped up time after time.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to the other members on the defensive line. Brandon Ozis has played pretty well. There's a snap. The play is blown dead, though. Looks like a flag's down. So they're going to call an encroachment penalty there. 5-yard penalty, be second down, and it looks like 3. Oh, no, they're going to give him a new set of downs. I'm sorry. So Munster looking to move the football here, something they did not do a lot of in the first half. Hensley trying to provide a spark for that offense. And how big of a deal is that they changed quarterbacks in the first half? That's got to take a toll on the offense itself. As Hensley takes the carry himself, dives forward for a first down.
And I really do think that it completely depends on Hensley's energy that he brings to the team here, because if he's coming into the second half here a little bit defeated, feeling like he's just the backup, then I think things would go really bad for Munster. But right now it looks like Hensley is coming out strong, really being a good leader for his team right now, and Munster seems to be getting it going on the offense right now.
Yeah, we've seen that. We see it at all levels of football, college, NFL. If backups come in and they feel like they're the backup, they're not going to succeed. But if you come in with confidence, like we've seen so far from Hensley, you never know. So he'll give this one up the middle. What a play. Sam Long, a TFL there. Whew, he looked good on that one. Bolted in from the left side of that line to make the play. It'd be 2nd down and 11. Deslo's got taken out by the knee there. One thing I've also noticed here about Lake Central is that they seem to be rotating their defensive backs pretty often, every series almost. Wigley stayed in there for the most part, but we've seen Cortez at safety. We've seen a couple other guys out there, so I think that's pretty key.
Definitely.
There's Bedeslage. Armand Irving makes the tackle.
And just here comes that Lake Central defense that we were seeing in the first half of the game. Just stop after stop, and we'll see if Munster can bring something out to break through this right now.
As we see a 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs here on their opening drive of the second half. Cameron Perry at the bottom against Jeff Rains as Hensley takes a snap, rolls, throws, and it's caught. A 1st down. Armand Irving all the way up the field to make the tackle, but nonetheless, it'll be a 1st down for Munster. Number 19, Tommy Choros makes the catch near midfield. He takes it. And if Munster, here's the thing you got to think about. Fresh out of the locker room, it's 31-0. You're kind of right now just playing to get your reps in, get some good plays in. And you got to think Hensley's got to be feeling good right now. This offense looking good. Let's see if LC's defense can make a play. Handoff right up the middle. And that's not going to really work when you got Sam Long right there, along with Dominique Cotton, number 90, making a play. Second down and 11 as number 45, Brendan Bezeslage, jogs off the field. Munster getting the play call in from the quarterback, Hensley. Laz Crenshaw came in the game and running back. And a little pitch to Crenshaw. He's got some open room. He makes a move. Doesn't get really anything on that one, though. It looked like he had some space at the beginning of the play. Elsie did a good job of crashing and making the play. It's a 3rd down. Carter Schuster gets his name called for the first time the second half. He makes the play.
And you love to see Lake Central defense at least giving them a tough time every time. Look, that's 2, it goes in a row where it's been 3rd down, and Munster needs to make a play here.
All right, a little slip screen there. And Sam Long and Parker Welty make the play. Welty is fired up as LC will once again prevent Munster from getting a 1st down. And back to what you said, LC's done a great job. They have not given Munster any free plays today. Every play, the tenacity level's at 100. Doing an unbelievable job here tonight.
Absolutely, and I think a big thing in the first half was definitely Munster getting more and more tired as the half went on, and I think we're going to see a very similar thing play out in the second half.
And it seems that Munster's punter today has been their MVP. So he's going to kick this one away. He had a real nice kick earlier. This one's going to be caught and returned. A move made to about the 23-yard line. That's where LC's going to take over. So the offense comes out for the first time in this 3rd quarter. And I'll tell you what, they looked good in the first half.
Definitely. And if Lake Central offense right here can get a touchdown on this run, I think that just puts the Mustangs to bed, honestly. I think that's really what's going to, just send the game away.
And I think it's big. I think there's going to be, there's a different feel in this offense from the start of the first quarter to the start of the third quarter. I think that their young guys really feel confident. I think quarterback Luke Knighty probably feels a lot more confident now than he did at the start of the game as he sends 13 in motion there. Keon Harris out to the outside. He's got speed. Look at that. Down the sidelines, a first down. Keon Harris. But back to what I was saying, I think that we got Day Garcia is a junior, Luke Knight is a junior. All these a couple sophomores on there. I promise you that they after that first half, 31 points on the board, they're feeling a lot better right now.
Definitely, and you love to see that just quick little run there, faking out the defenders and taking it to the sideline.
Right, great play there. Garcia comes to the bottom of 4 wide out set here. Creasbaum the back. They're going to send 22 Michael Davis in motion. High snap. Knighty handles it. Knighty looking to throw. Incomplete. A little bit behind Diego Garcia. So it'll be a second down.
Almost looked a little scary there for a second for Lake Central, but Munster did not pick up the ball there.
Pass into traffic. Hits the ground. Everything's all right. Second down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Knighty gets the play call in. Going to tell his team. Knighty sat last year behind Mateo Sedano. I'm sure he learned a lot going into this year from this QB room from his coaches, and he looks real nice here as he hands off a carry to Creasbaum. He looks real good in the first half.
Definitely. It looks like Creasbaum is really able to work with the offensive line to make holes, and Creasbaum can just find any hole that they make and get right through for 5-10 yards every time.
Coming off an injury, you wouldn't have even known it. He looks real fresh here today. His legs look good. A 3rd and 4. As Knighty gets the snap. Quick throw. It's a hitch route, and it's caught. A first down. Number 1, Ace Henry. First down across the 50-yard line. Hitch routes are working for Lake Central today, and they're going to continue to go back to that. And that's a compliment to the coaches. The coaches see, they're watching the game, they see that something's working. They're going to continue it, and you got to give them props for that one. As LC, little hurry-up offense here. 2 wings on this formation. Michael Davis in motion, and the snap is bobbled by Knighty, caught by Creasbaum to the 46-yard line. Not how it was originally planned to go, I expect, but no turnover. So a sigh of relief there.
But, I mean, that's just what happens when you're playing really great football like Lake Central is right now. They make a little mistake, but the other players are there as a team to back them up and just take care of it.
And you cannot let that affect you either. If you're Knighty, you got to, just bounce back, everything turned out okay. On to the next play. He'll get the snap here, clean one. A little pump fake, and he's going to throw. Got his man. Oh, overshot him just a little bit. Ace Henry on the hitch and go down the sidelines.
And I love to see these bold tosses right now in the second half because they know that they've got a lot of room to work with the score being, what it is. And I think that going for those more risky plays to get bigger payout is definitely going to be a theme that we're going to see in the second half here.
And I was happy they ran that play, if I'm being honest with you. We'd seen an abundance of hitch routes early on in this game, and I was waiting for that hitch and go, and they ran it, and they had it just a little bit far from Knighty. As they go to a 3rd and 6 on the Munster 46-yard line. Snap from Knighty, back to throw. Looks, and behind Henry. Incomplete. Should be 4th down and 6. Now we've seen LC go for a 4th down earlier in this game. Looks like this time, though, they're going to send out the punt team for the first time tonight.
I would definitely say Munster is putting up a much better fight in this second half, and I'm very glad to see that they were not disheartened by the 31-0 score in the first half.
At the same time, I'm a big believer of keeping, your foot on the gas. I think LC has got to continue to keep pushing the ball downfield and all that kind of stuff as Knighty's punt goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it. Let's see where they mark it here. They're going to walk this one all the way up to the 37-yard line. So that's where Munster will take over. Not on its 20. It seems like for the first time today.
Definitely some solid positioning for Munster here to, maybe get a little opportunity to get some points on the board.
Jack Hickey, Tyler Womack in the game. At linebacker, Taylor Cortez, Bo Bass in the secondary come in as well. As Hensley and Bedeslage in the backfield. And ball is out on the ground. I think Munster may have jumped back on it. And they did. But again, we've seen that earlier tonight. Not a clean handoff, and we just saw it again. Fortunately for Munster, they fell on it, but those are the kind of miscues that are really going to take a toll on a team mentally.
Definitely, especially after, 3 turnovers this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been a fourth. Munster gets lucky and they fall back on it. It'd be a 2nd down and 12. Hensley sends Perry in motion. Handoff, Bedeslage. Irving there, Sam Long there. And nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a tough run with Irving and Sam Long just waiting for you right there. It's not going to happen.
When you got Brandon Oses, Armon Irving, and Dom Cotton in the middle like that, it's going to be real tough to get past that first level. You really got to have a nice push from that O-line, and they just don't have it right now. Line up, 3rd down and 10 on their own 37. Hensley takes the snap, rolls out to his right, looking to throw, lofts it up, and it is intercepted. Number 31, Parker Welty on his senior night with the interception.
And I was very surprised to see that Munster actually went for a throw inbounds there. I would have expected them to throw it out of bounds, just play it safe there and get to the next play, but wow, does it not turn out well for them once more.
And on that type of rollout from Hensley as a quarterback, you got to realize when it's time to throw the ball away, and that was not a very smart throw. Lofting it up in the air, I mean, it was bound to be intercepted. There was about 3 or 4 Indians back there. And LC gets his 4th takeaway of the game as we are approaching 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Still no score here in the 2nd half. Lake Central's offense looking to change that. Ben Backstow in there as a wing. Send him in motion. They're going to hand off to Ahmad Abdullah as he pushes right up the middle. Munster makes the play. Abdullah gets about the 33-yard line. Second down now and 7. As Knighty tells the play to his team. Ricky Guerrero in there along with Baxo. Abdullah remains the running back. Baxo in motion. Snap is on the ground, and Knighty does the smart thing and just falls on it. And that right there, not a good play, but that's a real smart play from a young quarterback to fall on the football like that.
Absolutely, and you love to see that he's really thinking about the bigger picture when he's out there on the field.
He knows they're up by 31. He knows, there's no point in trying to make a play out of that. He does the smart thing, falls on it, and it'll be a 3rd down and 15. Although we have seen a few snaps here today that have been shaky. That's been really the only, concern I have right now. LC's offense looks good. Let's see if they can convert a 3rd and 15. Knighty to throw it. A shot downfield for Escobedo. Incomplete. And no flag. So 4th down. Consecutive drives now. Munster has forced LC to punt as the punt team will come on. That's a shot that I think it's a good throw. It's a good throw. You got a big receiver. You put it in a spot where only he would have been able to catch it. Didn't happen this time, but you're up 31 points.
Yeah. LC getting stopped really doesn't feel like a problem for them right now, as you know they're up 31. They're feeling good about it.
And they know that they got, they have a lot of confidence in their defense to get the ball back for them. As Knighty's kick will go out of bounds at about, looks like the 46-yard line. So that's where Munster will start. Last drive, questionable throw from their quarterback, Noah Hensley, that was intercepted by Parker Welty. It's pretty much been much of the same here for the LC defense in the second half.
Definitely. The LC defense has just been, doing what they were doing in the first half, putting on pressure on the line and just trying to either swat down or grab those passes.
The defensive backs right now for Lake Central: Antonio Barnes, Jeff Raines, Jalen Wigley. Hensley drops back, play action. Irving on the rush and knocked away. That was Jalen Wigley. What a nice play there to recover, as it looked like that ball might have been caught in bounds, but Wigley recovered, and his fault is incomplete. Seth Garcia checks in the game for Dominique Cotton.
And, time and time again, we see the Lake Central defense just stepping up to another level to stop this Munster offense.
And that's the first time we've really seen Jalen Wigley tested today. And, he's been one of the leaders on this defense. He's one of their, better defensive backs. And that's the first time we've really seen from him today. And he showed up. So as Hensley holds, takes it himself, cuts outside. He's got a lane. Barnes will throw him out of bounds. A flag is down near midfield, though. Let's see what they're going to call here. A really nice play there by quarterback Noah Hensley. And it's going to be a hold on Munster.
And you hate to see that right there, especially after Hensley finally gets a nice run, cuts to the right side, but, there's just not much you can do about it.
Another deflating penalty to Munster's offense that negates the big play. We saw one earlier. Noah Poole made a nice catch here towards the sidelines, and they got taken back by a penalty. And we've seen multiple pre-snap penalties on offense and defense for Munster. So that's really what's been killing them here. And it kills you mentally as an offensive player to know that you had a big play that got negated by a penalty.
Definitely.
Let's see what they do here. Second down at 16. Laz Crenshaw at the back behind Hensley. He'll take the carry. And he's brought down. Number 25, Jeff Raines, with the initial contact there. A third down and 11 as we approach the end of the third quarter. Still 31-0 Lake Central. Munster looking to convert a third down, something they've struggled with today as Dom Cotton comes in for Seth Garcia. Crenshaw at the back. And a timeout, Munster. So they want to regroup here before a big third down.
But, you really wish that your coach calls that timeout a little earlier. As we saw, 30 seconds go down on the clock. That's going to be detrimental to their run here. It could have been maybe, 4 or 5 passes, maybe even more than that. But now it's just going to come down to maybe 1 or 2.
And you got to think, being 31-0 at this point, I believe Munster's just trying to get good plays, and you want to have some success towards the end of the game. You want to go into the locker room, it's 31-0. You want to go in the locker room at the end of the game knowing that something went right. And right now for Munster, it's really nothing's gone right. So they want to get some momentum here towards the end of the game. So that 30 seconds really, it doesn't play a huge factor, but you're right. It's a miscue by a coaching staff that in a big game, a close game, could be detrimental to them. So let's see what they do here. 3rd and 11. Noah Hensley, Laz Crenshaw. Ready to take this snap. Hensley takes it, rolls out to his left. Osis knocks down a runner, or a blocker, excuse me. That's caught by Noah Poole. Parker Welty makes the tackle. Not going to be enough for a first down. It'll be 4th down you got to think they got to go for it, right? I mean, down 31, what do you have to lose?
And the clock is still running down 5 seconds. We'll see if they make the play before the third quarter ends. It looks like not.
They will not. Excuse me, that was Tyler Wellman on that tackle there, not Parker Welty. But regardless, LC is up 31-0. They feel really good right now. Wouldn't it be cool to get a shutout on opening night? That'd be awesome.
And especially on senior night, too. I mean, that would just be good things all around for Lake Central here.
We'll see how it goes. 12 minutes on the clock for the fourth quarter. Munster looks to gain some momentum towards the end of the game. LC looking for a shutout. A 4th and 4 as they flip the field.
And I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our live streaming staff. We've got myself, Simon Culp, Evan Capozzi, also commentating with me. We've got Cade Tomaszewski and Alex Remenga, and also our teacher and sponsor, Mrs. Verputin. We are very thankful for everything that they do for us.
Very thankful for the opportunity to be here tonight. And it's been fun. That's for sure. 31-0. It's been a fun game to watch for Lake Central fans. Really can't complain, As Hensley's ready to take the snap. 4th down and 4. Drops the throw, and Sam Long gets to him. Ozus knocks it down. It was a little slip screen. But Armon Irving and Sam Long are so quick that they had no time to develop that play there. Hensley jogs off, a little limp in his step. I don't blame him. He got rocked. LC takes over.
Definitely. And Hensley must have not been feeling very good there after you see just 3 defensive linemen break right through your O-line and come straight for you. That must be a very scary experience, especially when it's, Sam Long coming straight at you.
And that's the thing with those little slip screens, you got to try and develop it, but there's no blockers. The blockers are all out in front as Kriesbaum takes this carry up the middle. And that's what's going to happen. If you got quick linebackers, quick defensive linemen, that slip screen is not going to work. As Kriesbaum takes it up the gut, gets 5. 2nd and 5 on the Munster 47-yard line, once again in Munster territory.
And I would really love to see Lake Central just kind of take their time, throw in some runs, and just run down this clock.
And ball's on the ground. Kriesbaum does the smart thing and falls on it again. Another snap that has not gone Lake Central's way. Whether that be lack of communication or just a bad snap. I mean, you never know what's going on out there in the players' heads. So it's going to be a 3rd and 11. Kriesbaum did the smart thing. And I think that's a testament to the coaching staff, too. We saw Nighty do that earlier. I think that they've really preached, being smart on the field. Good football IQ. So I think that's a pretty good play we've seen there as Nighty drops the throw. It hits pattern to Garcia. Dragged down at about the 46-yard line. Not enough for a first down. And another 4th down for LC.
And you got to wonder if they just go for it here.
And I was just thinking the same thing. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. You either, try and get a punt, inside the 20-yard line. I mean, you're up 31-0. Why not go for it? Get a couple reps in here for the offense. 4th and 3. Nighty gives to Kriesbaum, and he's going to have a first down, a stiff arm, and he's just like a tank. Full steam ahead, up the sidelines. LC goes for it and converts the 4th down. As LC's gonna do their best job to drain the clock, obviously here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some, seniors get in here. Senior night, they don't usually play, so let's take a look, and we'll look out for that. But for right now, starting offense still in. Nighty, ready to take the snap. Gives Kriesbaum. Good block there. Up the middle. A nice block there. Number 72, Will Rauch.
And as you can see, Kriesbaum just got right in there, made a nice cut left, and that's what got those extra few yards, and that's what we've seen time and time again from Kriesbaum this game.
This offensive line, too, I know that there have been some position changes, Will Rock, for example, just made that block there. Used to play defense. So they switched some guys over. I think they've done a stellar job tonight up there up front. I think they got to get the credit they deserve.
Absolutely.
90 to throw. A hitch. Garcia makes the catch to the 20-yard line. Falls forward to the 19, a first down.
And I mean, it just seems like every other play, they're just getting that first down and moving those chains. And it's just wonderful to see as a Lake Central fan myself.
That hitch pattern has worked tonight, that is for sure. 90. As Garcia goes towards the top of the field, they're going to send back some in motion. Kreisbaum up the gut near the 15-yard line. All Lake Central here tonight. And they're threatening once again in the red zone. Ricky Guerrero in there at the wing spot along with Ben Baxo. And I think it's safe to say that this new offense that they've implemented has really worked for them.
Absolutely. Because as we've talked about it this game a few times, you know, young offense, we were slightly worried about it coming in, but they've been getting it done all game.
Here's a give to Baxo. He gets a burst of speed towards the 5-yard line down at the 6. So LC inside the 10-yard line as Ben Baxo takes that one up. A nice little burst of speed there from Baxo to hit the hole. Garcia coming towards the bottom of the screen. Guerrero and Baxo still in there at the wing spots. Kreisbaum behind 90. Give, Kreisbaum. Outside, towards the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Indians. As Lake Central extends its lead, it's Max Kreisbaum.
And, I mean, just what a player this game. Ever since the first quarter, we've seen Max Kreisbaum come alive, and he's just been getting the yards that LC needs every time that we give it to him.
He has been dominant, that's for sure. Is Derek Baldwin out to kick the extra point? Long snapper has done a great job tonight. Bo Bays, the holder, also doing a terrific job. As Baldwin kicks. And it is good. 38-0. Lake Central all over the Munster Mustangs. As the kickoff team will once again prepare to go on out. Morale's got to be at an all-time high if you're Lake Central after this one, that's for sure.
Definitely, and I think the high team morale is definitely apart from the, or it's gaining from the audience that we have here. We've got plenty of students, obviously socially distanced, but we've still got plenty of students out here cheering them on, and you know, that really gives you a big confidence boost when you're out on the field.
Yeah, of course. Great fan interaction today. A lot better than some may have expected, to be honest, you know, with all the social distancing measures implemented. But, yeah, I think LC's done a terrific job here tonight. Let's see if they can hold on out. I imagine they would. But really never know. 38-0 Indians, 7 minutes to play. As Baldwin kicks it away. This one's going to be returned. Noah Poole. First return of the day for the Mustangs, and he is going to dive towards the 20. So not a touchback, but Munster still going to start at the 20-yard line. As we see number 45, Cameron Gathers, jog on the field for the Indians defense. Four takeaways for the defense, and they've really never let Munster get in a group at all today.
Absolutely not. The defense has been stellar from Lake Central today.
Tinsley and Bledsoe's behind him. Perry in motion, no. Give to him. Hits the hole. Good hit. Number 6, Mateo Cortez with a nice hit there. Puck Welty slow getting up. Looks like he's all right. Cortez with a nice hit. You see number 30 or 34 jog on the field, along with Antonio Barnes, number 33. Sam Long gets a breather.
Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7 for Munster.
And this is a time you're going to see the backups kind of get in the game, get a chance to play some varsity football. Here's a run from Badeslich. Helmet out on the field. Jack Hickey. It's a first down for Badeslich. As Hickey will come on out, Jack Rayner, sophomore number 36, will head into the game. As Munster moves the chains. Hensley ready for the snap. Laz Crenshaw behind him. Hensley keeps. He's knocked down number 41, Tyler Wellman. Called his name a few times tonight. Makes the play. Galen Wigley will come off the field. Jeff Raines will come on along with Bo Baez at the top. Antonio Barnes deep as the safety. Cortez lines up near the line of scrimmage. Hensley gets the snap, gives to Crenshaw. And he gets nothing. A couple yards, if that, I should say. Number 37, Jalen Barrow checks in the game at cornerback.
And we'll see if Munster can get that first down with 3rd and 3 right now.
With about 3:45 on the clock. Play action. Off balance throw, but he completes it for the first down. Number 19, Tommy Choros makes the catch, reaches across for the first time.
41 Tyler Wellman, 52 Carter Schuster in on the tackle for Lake Central.
Number 98, Chad Graham has to come off the field. Helmet came off.
That play was good for a Munster first down.
Brandon Ozus in the game. As is Seth Garcia and Cameron Gathers on that defensive line.
1st and 10 Mustangs.
Hensley gives to Crenshaw, but he is immediately taken down by Brandon Ozist.
36 last Crenshaw, the ball carrier.
Back on comes Chad Graham, and back off comes Ozist after the tackle.
2 Brandon Osis.
So a terrific showing tonight for the Lake Central Indians. A great momentum booster going into next week's matchup against Andrean. Looking to close this one out. Hensley rolls out. Looks. Ball is out. And it is picked up by the Indians. The 5th takeaway of the night. And that one's just on Noah Hensley. Cameron Gathers recovered.
Absolutely. And a great grab for Cameron there, to be honest with you. You know, ball flipped out. Honestly, I didn't know if he was going to be able to grab it, but he secures the ball and gets it for Lake Central.
Lake Central takes over. Minute and 50 and counting until they are officially 1-0.
1st and 10 Indians from the Munster.
And a couple changes here. Sophomore Billy Henry checks in at quarterback. Wide receiver Joey Balk, number 84, comes in. Henry hands off to Abdullah. A couple yards up the middle. As number 12, Tony Bartolomeo, comes in as well. minute to go. Indians 38, Munster 0. As they'll just run this clock down. Billy Henry getting his first varsity action as a Lake Central Indian. Hands off to Ahmad Abdullah, who just puts his head down and just runs through this Munster defense near the sticks.
And it looks like we might get one more play to close this one out for Lake Central.
40 seconds to go. I think you may be right. We'll see if they run a snap here. On a 3rd and 9. Big shout out to all of our listeners as well. Hope you enjoyed this Lake Central win. As Henry keeps, goes nowhere. But that's going to be the last snap that's ran tonight. As the Lake Central Indians are going to be 1-0 as they defeat the Munster Mustangs 38-0 in a dominating victory.
And hopefully we get to come back to you guys again with another stream soon enough. And until next time, I'm Simon Culp.
I'm Evan Capozzi.
And have a good one.